But of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, you shall not eat, for in the day that you eat of it, you shall surely die. Adam and Eve were told not to consume the knowledge from the tree of good and evil by God, but they did anyway, which made humanity mortal. To which of the trees in Eden will you then be likened in glory and greatness? Yet you shall be brought down with the trees of Eden to the depths of the earth. You shall lie in the midst of the uncircumcised, with those slain by the sword. This is Pharaoh and all his multitude, says the Lord God. Pharaoh is being compared to the trees in Eden, and God is telling Pharaoh he is nothing in glory and power compared to these trees, but he too will join them in the depths of the earth, which is hell. These trees are the fallen angels, who were there with Adam and Eve in Eden. In Daniel chapter 4 verse 22, King Nebuchadnezzar is also compared to a tree, as he was great and powerful. This tree of the knowledge of good and evil were two angels, the male angel of Adam, who was Lucifer, and the female angel of Eve, who was Satan. What they did was join with the opposite sex angel, which brought gender confusion to their natures. We see this gender confusion in modern times, as the more people reject God, the more they are confused as to how to be the gender they were born to be. If they joined with their own angels, the knowledge would have been good, but the knowledge they gained was how to be the opposite sex. There were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men, and they bare children to them, the same became mighty men, which were of old, men of renown. These sons of God were the fallen angels, and we see them going to the human females, and producing the demigods of old, known as the Nephilim. Cain was the first of the demigods, created through Eve by Lucifer. Your heart became proud, on account of your beauty, and you corrupted your wisdom, because of your splendor, so I threw you to the earth. I made a spectacle of you before kings. By your many sins and dishonest trade, you have desecrated your sanctuaries. So I made a fire come out from you, and it consumed you, and I reduced you to ashes on the ground, in the sight of all who were watching. I made the nations to shake at the sound of his fall, when I cast him down to hell, with all those that descend into the pit, with all the trees of Eden. Ezekiel chapter 28 verse 15 tells us that Lucifer was perfect when he was created, but then he became corrupt. He was corrupted by joining with Eve, and inherited female traits. Lucifer's power was taken away by God, and this male fallen angel was thrown into hell, with the other male fallen angels that came from Lucifer, who were the other trees of Eden. The children that the fallen angels produced from human women were drowned in the floods of Noah. The spirit of these demigods continued on, and are better known as demons or ghosts. On Noah's boat, Ham's wife was a child of the demigods, which is why Noah tells us Canaan is cursed. Through Ham's wife's children the giants came, and those that worship the fallen angels as gods in the land of Canaan, which is why God told Israel to wipe out these evil mutants. He replied, "It is a basket," and he added, "This is the iniquity of the people throughout the land." Then the cover of lead was raised, and there in the basket sat a woman. He said, "This is wickedness," and he pushed her back into the basket and pushed its lead cover down on it. Then I looked up, and there before me were two women, with the wind in their wings. They had wings like those of a stork, and they lifted up the basket between heaven and earth. When Satan encouraged Eve to join with Adam's angel Lucifer, this brought corruption into the world. God clipped Satan's wings, so now she moves around with the help of the female fallen angels that came from her. Revelation 12 tells us that Satan is in the heavenly courts, arguing for the case to take the souls of mankind to hell. In the last 3.5 years of Israel's 7-year tribulation, these female fallen angels will be thrown out of heaven, and bring about the great delusion by pretending to be goddesses. After that, they are locked up in hell with the male fallen angels for 1,000 years during Jesus' reign on earth, then let loose at the end, and again they will bring destruction on the earth. Then the final judgment of God occurs, and all the wicked are eternally destroyed by being thrown into the lake of fire.